Oh, hi, Eric and John. I'm Luke with Nerdy Geek Talk, the source of all your nerdy geeky needs, and this is episode 13. I'll think of a title at some point. And with me today is both of them, sadly. I got John, which is Darth Forge, I think. I don't ever remember. And then I got Eric, which is Aramis Prime.
Yep. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm trying to think of a good title still.
Luke isn't going to see Star Wars till the weekend.
And we're going to see it tomorrow.
I'm sorry. I don't want to deal with crowds of people. I'm sorry.
John and Eric are going to go see it Thursday night and spoil it for Luke.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I don't have friends. My bad.
That was your first mistake.
It was.
You ever seen 13 Reasons Why? It's going to be like that.
I just saw
the movie or your life?
You guys?
My life and the movie.
What were you going to say, John?
I just saw. I didn't actually watch the review, but do you know Mr. Sunday Movies?
Yes, I love him.
He posted a video, a review for Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and in parentheses it says "better than Empire Strikes Back?" ? So I'm guessing he liked it.
I keep getting up.
The general, I haven't looked at any actual reviews, but I did see some tweets from the live, like the event for the world premiere, and it's getting very high compliments, which is kind of why I'm avoiding reviews, because I don't want to try to keep getting my hopes up, because I've been seeing things that say it's literally a masterpiece that's absolutely perfect and all that.
6 stars.
So I don't want to keep seeing that, because then I'm just going to keep thinking of how amazing it is, and I'd rather just go in. I am very excited already. I don't want to have impossible. I have very high expectations already, is what I should say. I don't want to go in with impossible expectations. So I've also heard that it's very different from past movies.
Yay!
Like that it unifies almost every single trilogy in terms of how it's put together. Basically, Darth Vader kills Jar Jar Binks. You know?
Nice.
And then people sit in a room and talk about politics.
Unlimited
until they get
power.
blown up. I still think it's hilarious that there's Force Awakens. They got blown up before they could talk politics. It's like, hey, look, there's politics. Oh, they're dead.
Oh, he dead.
Oh.
But yeah, this episode.
She needs some milk.
Since this episode is going up right before the movie's premiering, and well, this will be going up either the day before or the day of the actual premiere in cinemas for everyone. There's clearly not going to be spoilers because we haven't seen the movie yet. John, would you be down for doing a thing about a reaction literally right after we see it? Like just a reaction video? It still might be no spoilers, I'd probably, but...
Oh,
sure, yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe Snoke killed all the porgs.
No, Snoke is a porg. Didn't you hear that?
I saw that.
Yeah, but so this is not going to have any spoilers. This is just going to be our predictions for The Last Jedi. So we're just going to put this out there. It's all public, so we can go back and look at who was right, who was wrong, who's an idiot. John, but we already knew that.
No. Eric. Did you see the comments in the last video?
No.
John commented on the last video. Shut up, John.
The consensus of the last video
John,
in the comment section was that they pretty much agree with me.
If you have to comment, there was one comment and it was you, and if you have to comment saying that you back yourself, you're wrong. You literally went on a video and commented about yourself saying you're right. That's that
great.
Hands down.
You have no way of knowing if that was me or not.
It literally was Darth Forge.
Darth Forge won.
I did not.
I did not hit
have sexual relations with that woman.
I did not hit her.
Anyways.
I did not.
So let's,
hi, Mark.
Let's just go in. This is our prediction, not a review, but this is going to be essentially the same format we do our real review in next week. Which the review we do next week will be spoilers, but the reaction we do probably will not be spoilers, so... Like our regular episode next week. That'll have Last Jedi spoilers because we're going to talk about it. Or maybe it'll be partly not spoiler, partly spoiler. We'll see. But
Okay,
either way.
carry on.
So, to start it off, who do you predict is going to be the best / your favorite character?
The Last Jedi.
Who do you think that is? Do you think we're going to get an answer as to who the Last Jedi is in this movie? Like, who
Luke.
it means? Do you think it means Luke or Rey? Because a lot of people are saying it's
Luke.
like, do you think that we'll get a definitive answer in this movie though?
All I'm saying, look at the Force Awakens intro crawl, and there's your answer.
I mean,
I
he
feel
is the Last Jedi at the moment, but he could train Rey and then he could die. But who
I
knows?
feel like it's gonna be like that Return of the Jedi bullshit where it has that double meaning.
It could. I hope that it means Luke though. So, I hope.
Yeah.
But who do you think your favorite character is going to be? Not want it to be. Who do you think it's going to be?
I think it's gonna Finn. I say Finn.
I've heard really good things like that. They're glad that they haven't been showing him as much in the marketing because his story and everything that goes on with him is pretty awesome apparently.
I heard really bad things, but I still have hope.
Really?
Yeah, I heard some bad stuff today.
Huh, I haven't heard anything bad. I'm kind of curious about that.
Luke, you still have hope?
But
You know rebellions are built on that, right?
John, who do you think your favorite character is going to be?
Snoke.
Really?
Yeah.
I can hear whoever's clinging, by the way. Or dinging.
That's not me.
What are you doing? Can you stop?
I'm just checking you're recording properly.
You're an idiot. John, continue.
Snoke. He's the only one that we don't know almost anything about.
I'm kind of expecting we won't learn much more about him yet. Like I think
Blasphemy.
I think we'll see him in action clearly because we're going to see him lift up Rey and all that. But I don't think we're going to learn that much about necessarily who he is or what he's going. I mean, we might learn a little bit more about his plan, but who he is, I think we'll learn very little, if nothing, about who he
Snoke
actually
is
is.
the Last Jedi.
We'll see. That would be weird. I think it's going to be Kylo, which is who I want it to be. But I also think that's who I'm going to walk out saying he's my favorite. So, which is interesting because Poe. No, not Poe. Oh my God, not Poe. Finn was my favorite from the last movie out of the three main characters. Although I also really did like Kylo Ren, but I think Finn was actually my favorite. I think it's going to be Kylo for this movie.
The Forgs.
So, no, they're not even characters.
BB-8.
No, maybe Nemesis BB-8 if he kills him.
The Millennium Falcon.
Han Solo.
What do you think your favorite moment is going to be? Like, hands down, like whenever you see the movie, you're going to be like, hands down, that was the coolest part.
When Obi-Wan Kenobi comes back to life and kills Kylo Ren, I think that will be my favorite part.
If that happens, I will stop watching Star Wars movies.
So will I.
I think it's going to be like when Snoke's interrogating Rey and he's giving his evil monologue.
So you think it's going to be like a Snoke monologue? That would be cool. That would be awesome.
I'm not sure when the monologue is going to take place, but he's evil and he's tall, so he's definitely getting the monologue at some point.
John, what do you think your favorite moment's actually going to be?
I'd say the final showdown between Rey and Snoke.
Okay. I kind of have the feeling that I don't think we'll get a final showdown between the two of them. I think it's going to be...
I don't mean like a final showdown in the series. I mean for the movie.
I know what you're saying. I'm saying I don't think that they're going to have a fight. I think that Snoke's going to I think she's going to get captured.
Clearly haven't seen the 2 seconds of the trailer that shows them fighting.
Fulfill your destiny.
They're not fighting. That is not a fight. One person getting totally... No, that is not a fight. She's not fighting. She's being totally...
She actually is fighting. She's trying to
captured.
fight to get out of it.
There's a difference between captured and fighting. She is not fighting. She is captured.
You're just stupid.
No, she is captured. I think that she's going to get out of there. Like, I don't think that she's going to ever be able to fight Snoke. I think the whole point is she's going to be like, I can't do this. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, but then the feminists won't like that.
Well, yeah, but they'll be happy whenever she takes him down in 9.
I did not hear
Ah,
that.
Although personally, I hope
I did.
Snoke dies by Kylo's hands. That'd be neat.
He's gonna get his hand cut
So,
off.
I don't know if you guys watched Game of Thrones, but so kind of like a Kingslayer kind of thing.
I don't, so that held no significance to me.
Same. I think my favorite moment though is going to be whatever moment occurs between Kylo and Rey, whether it's their alliance or if they end up fighting each other. Which I'm assuming I think they'll do both, but I think that it'll be fight then alliance.
See,
But even if there isn't that an alliance, I think the moment that we see in the trailers, I think that's going to be the most important moment of the movie. So that's what I think is going to be my favorite, but we'll see.
See, if he does like if they don't end up in an alliance, I really want it to be like a Killing Joke kind of thing, where he's like, "Hey, I'm too far gone. We both know that."
That would be pretty neat, actually. I'm not going to lie. I would like that. I'd rather see him turn, kind of. I don't want him to be like, "Yay, I'm a shining knight in gold armor." Like, like, look at me. I'm
black armor.
But I would like to see him, turn just because we haven't had that. You can say Darth Vader is, but I mean a character that turns and lives.
Do you think he's gonna fight differently?
Like fighting style or...
Yeah, because I was watching Force Awakens yesterday just to get like in the mood for this, and he just kind of just lashes out. He doesn't really have a style.
He's bleeding out in that scene. Let's just be clear about that. But also, he's not trained.
That's not the only scene where he's fighting with a lightsaber.
That's the only scene he's fighting someone who has a lightsaber with a lightsaber.
You get what I'm saying,
You
though.
clearly didn't read my fan fiction.
It's already confirmed that we get training in this movie for him. It's confirmed that he gets trained. I don't know how much of that we're going to see, but we know for a fact that he gets trained in this movie. So, yeah, he's going to be a better fighter. Now, how much his style changes, I think it's hard to say what his style was to begin with, because the only major fight we get him in, again, he is bleeding out, and he's untrained. So now that he's trained, it'll be neat to see what he does. I think he will, though.
I was watching him I'm like wow, it'd be really cool if he like uses Form 2 or uses like Vapod or something like that.
It'd be really ineffective for him to use Vapod.
Well, he's using his own darkness. I don't know at the time. I'm trying to be creative here.
I mean, maybe, although in all fairness, Rey's leaning towards being like a gray character, so you could use darkness against someone like that, but we'll see. But let's go over what we are predicting for character fates. So Kylo, what do you think his fate is going to be? I think he's going to turn gray. What about you guys? Is it the same?
About, more or less. I don't really want to define it too much because you got to get into specific shit there.
Yeah, I don't want to say whether he's like, joining the good guys or not, because I really don't see that, but I think that he is going to go gray no matter what. I think that he is not going to just stay a Darksider completely like Snoke's little punk. I think he's going to be off on his own. I think he's going to separate from Snoke, at least. John, what about you?
I kind of feel like he's definitely going to go away from Snoke, but not necessarily towards... So yeah, gray.
Yeah. That's just what I'm guessing. I feel like I'm hoping and expecting that so much that if it doesn't happen, I'm worried that it might disappoint me. But we'll see. I'm really looking forward to this movie. We'll see. Rey's fate. I kind of think that she's gonna turn. I'm not saying that she's gonna be Luke's enemy, but I think that she's gonna turn away from Luke somewhat, because that marketing material, man, with having Luke on the bad guys too, that's just messing with me, which is exactly what it was meant to do. But I'm going to say that I think she's going to go gray. Either way, I think that's been made pretty clear that she's going to be trained by Luke to, embrace light and dark. But I think she's going to kind of break off from Luke more than some people are expecting. What about you guys?
I think that she's going to branch off from Luke, but it's going to be like a lot less clear than like if Kylo was gray or not, like compared to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like which one she would be.
I think she's gonna be going I think she's going to somewhat team up with Kylo, is my guess, but we'll
And
see.
have a Force child.
No, not that kind of team up. Um, also, well, John, give your prediction for Rey's
I
fate.
I think she's gonna team up with Kylo.
Okay. Rey's parent guess. Just so we put it out there. I do not want to go into long theories. Literally just state who it is. Just so it's on the recording, so it's out there, so we can say whether or not who was right, who was wrong. Luke, go first.
Is this who we want to?
No,
want
no,
it to
this
be,
is who
or-
you think, not want. I
Okay.
don't want to hear what you want, because I could go on and on
think
about
it's
what I want.
going to be.
Yeah, this is what you think is going to happen, not necessarily what you would want to happen.
I don't want to go first for this. I need to put some thought in this real quick because
All right.
I don't want like my personal opinion get sewed into here.
John, what do you think it's going to be?
Luke.
As the parent. Okay.
Yeah.
I think she's a solo or she's nobody. So,
She's going solo.
I think that she's I think she's a descendant of the Skywalker lineage because that's what the trilogy's about. So that's my guess, is that they want to keep her in there. Or they could make the bold move and say, no, she's not related to any of them. I don't want that to happen, but that's what I think they're going to go solo.
I sadly gotta agree with John. That's what I think.
You think it's going to be Luke's daughter?
I don't want it to be.
I don't
think
want it to
I've
be
stressed
either.
that enough. I don't want it to be, but it's Disney. They're only so creative, and I think that's what it's going to be.
I have confidence in Rian Johnson. I don't think she'll be Luke's daughter. I don't want her to be for sure, but I also don't. I don't think so. I think that if they're gonna go Skywalker, they'll do Solo, but we'll see. Again, I just
Go
want to put it out
Solo.
there. So who knows? What do we think Finn and Rose's fate are? Because we know they're gonna have their own little adventure. Do you think
Rose
they're
is
gonna be
dying.
okay?
Rose is dying.
I think Rose is gonna die too.
It's going to be like a self-sacrifice, but it's going to be awesome.
I think, yeah, I kind of hope she doesn't die, because from what I've seen I've seen very little material of her from the movie, but the actress seems awesome. So like, I'm looking forward to her character actually a lot now after watching several cast videos. But yeah, my prediction, which if I'm wrong, I'm fine with that, but I'm guessing
I am not.
I think she's going to die, and that's going to influence the fight with Finn and Phasma. But John, what about
I'm going to go.
you? And I think it's clear. I think Finn survives without a doubt, and I think that he reunites with Rey at the end. Maybe,
Aw.
maybe not. Kind of depends on the whole Kylo thing.
How
I-
about she disappears, but she leaves part of a map?
They've never done that before. That'd be so neat. No, but John, what do you think's gonna happen to Rose and Finn?
I don't think she's gonna die. I think she's gonna get captured by Phasma, and that's gonna be his driving force. Finn, I don't know. His fate is up in the air. I
See-
feel like he's going to survive though, since he was kind of like one of the two main characters that started the trilogy.
Yeah,
I actually had someone tell me today that they think Rose is going to be like betray them or something like that.
huh?
And I'm like, oh shit, I never actually thought about that.
I never thought about that. I kind of don't think so, because I feel like if you're gonna set up a betrayal, you have to set it up. I don't know, further ahead. I don't know. That's an interesting idea. I still am going with the idea that I think she dies. I think it's I don't think Finn can die, nor do I want him to.
I'm surprised getting stabbed in the back.
Does
there.
anyone think Poe's gonna die? I
No.
feel like
No.
his fate is he lives and he's with the Resistance still. I mean, I don't think there's much to talk about there. Do you?
He's too badass.
He's my least favorite out of the three, new trilogy heroes. I don't hate him, but like he's definitely the least favorite out of the three for me, without a doubt. John, you don't think he's gonna die, do you?
Nah, I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be fine.
Now Skywalker twins fates. Do you think Luke lives? Do you think Leia lives? And if they live, what do you think they're gonna do? Like, what's their fate? I think Leia dies. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not saying that's what I want. I think that Leia's going to die. Regardless of all the stuff they've been saying, I kind of think she's going to die. Luke, I don't think he's going to... I think that either his fate is that he's going to die, or what I think is more likely is that he's going to be against... Not against... I don't want to say against Rey, but like opposing somewhat still.
He is their Saw Gerrera.
They're not on good ground. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say he's the exact same, but I think Saw Gerrera is definitely a good comparison to make. That's kind of how I see it, but who knows? That's just my guess. Is that what you think too, Luke, or no?
I think Leia isn't going to die till 9, though.
It's possible. I don't know. I'm thinking that she'll die or be clearly set up to be, because I heard rumors that it's possible that she goes into a coma at some point, that like she'll either be put in a critical condition and then die in 9 from her injuries in 8, or she'll die in 8. That's my guess. Could be wrong.
How crazy would it be, like, the beginning of 9, then, like, she just instantly dies. And it's like, oh, shit. Well, that's the bar for this movie.
We tried. No, but, John, what do you think about the Skywalkers?
I think Luke's gonna survive, and Leia's gonna die.
What's Luke's... What do you think his, like, fate is going to be by the end of the movie if he's not dead? Like, what do you think he's going to be doing?
Force Jesus.
Probably, I want to say, he's going to be trying to come back into the galaxy, see the state of the galaxy, and he's going to be compelled to be involved again.
Okay. Luke, I didn't let you say what you thought was going to happen with Luke. Because you gave Leia. You didn't actually say
I actually just... What if it's just like we're just completely wrong? And it's just... He's like, hey, I don't want to get involved.
I think that he kind of has to get involved because he's being listed as a lead actor of the film, not a side character. So I feel like he has to have at least the involvement that Han Solo did in Force Awakens. Could be wrong.
Yeah, but I feel like Yoda was a main character in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
He was not in Return of the Jedi. He died within like 10 minutes. That's not. There's a difference. No, there's a different. Lead character has to have so much screen time. No, I mean you can make the argument in Empire Strikes Back. I still don't think he's a lead character in either. I think it'd be easier to make the case that he's a lead character in like one of the prequels. He's definitely not in Return of the Jedi. There's no argument for that.
He is in Return of the Jedi.
No, he's not a lead actor. Because there's a difference between being an important character.
Return of the Jedi.
There's a difference between being an important character and a lead actor. They are nominating, well, they're putting him up for nomination, Mark Hamill as lead actor and Daisy Ridley up as lead actress for awards. They want them to get nominated. So those are the two people they're putting up. So to put someone up for lead actor, they have to be in the film at least a decent amount. So I don't know. Part of me is starting to think that maybe Luke won't go bad just because they don't want to ruin everyone's childhood. But
do it.
I would say go for it. But I'm kind of starting to lean towards the idea that maybe they won't do that so much. I don't know. But
it's not about what you want. It's what's actually going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, we talked about this a bit before. In terms of lightsabers, what do you think we're going to see in this movie? Like
lightsabers.
So I'm guessing we're going to see, well, without a doubt, we're going to see Kylo Ren's. We're going to see the Anakin lightsaber, which Rey has. I'm guessing that the only other thing we're going to see is, I think we're going to see Luke's green lightsaber, and I think we're going to see Luke has a kyber crystal necklace, which is Darth Vader's kyber crystal, which isn't necessarily the lightsaber itself. I heard this theory. Maybe it was one of you that told me or something, but it might not have been, that maybe the shard of Vader's lightsaber crystal that Luke has around his neck is actually the missing piece from Kylo Ren's, and that's why his is unstable, because it's a cracked kyber crystal, and that's why it's unstable. Wouldn't it be neat? I don't, by no means, I am not saying this is what I think is going to be said or anything. But I think it'd be really neat if Luke actually had the other piece, and like that he is using Vader's crystal.
I think that'd be really cool.
I
don't
think
it's
that'd be an awesome little connection. I don't think that's what it's going to be, though, at all. I don't think that's going to be the case. But I would love it if it was. But yeah, so as far as my guess is, I think we're going to see Luke's green lightsaber and Vader's crystal around Luke's neck. What are your guys' guesses?
Go, John.
Pretty much all you said. Maybe a saber staff and possibly one with Snoke's.
I would, and don't get me wrong, I would love to, as we said in the last episode with what we want it to be, I would love Rey to get a lightsaber. I would love Snoke to have one, and that'd be neat. But in my guess is that it'll just be Luke and Vader's crystal. So, Luke, what's your guess as to what lightsaber we're going to see?
What do I think's gonna happen? Well, definitely those two. I'm like Rey's gonna wield a lightsaber, but I'm not sure whose it's gonna be. If it's like her own, that's the one I'm not really sure about.
I still think she's going to use the blue one in this one. Maybe she get. I'd love it if she got a new one. I think it's much more likely that, especially if we don't get it in this episode, I think that if she doesn't have a new lightsaber by the end of this episode, that she will get one by the end of 9. Because I think it's important to have your own lightsaber. Maybe they decide it's not, and they want to continue on the whole thing with everyone's using this blue lightsaber. But
No,
I like that lightsaber, but I think that's dumb. I think it's very important for the character to have their own lightsaber they made.
I think at the very least, like if she uses Anakin's, it's getting broken.
Oh, I don't want it to get. I want Luke to have it or something. Like I don't want it to get destroyed. But I want her to make her own lightsaber.
Because freaking. No, I can see it being broken just because like Kylo Ren knows what it is and wants it.
He wants it.
I can definitely see it being broken.
I could. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying I don't want that to happen, but it's possible.
Because that could be something to make him hate Snoke. Is like if Snoke broke and he's like, yeah, that's not important. Nobody cares.
I didn't even think about that. That'd be neat.
I do have a theory about the necklace, by the way.
Like as to what you think it's going to be, or what you want it to be.
You wear it around your neck.
It's just a theory. I don't necessarily want it to be this. I don't know if I think it's going to be this, but it's just a theory. What if, because he had a grave that he was standing over, what if he had a wife that turned with Kylo? And that was her crystal. And he had to kill her.
Aww.
And because she turned.
Oh,
I don't think they would. I don't think they would have hidden the fact that he had a wife and everything. But by now, it'd be an.
They didn't exactly hide it. We don't know anything about the time he spent.
It's possible that that crystal could belong to one of the younglings that was killed or something. I think that's more likely rather than him having a secret wife that also turned.
It wasn't a secret wife. We don't know anything about Luke.
No, I'm saying it's a secret as of now. That would have been known by now. Like I feel like whenever they told the story of I can definitely see them. Han Solo or Rey, not Rey, Han Solo or Leia would probably know that part of the story though, because they already said the whole like Kylo Ren is the one that turned against Luke and everything. I feel like they would have mentioned
that is not an important part of the story in the last movie.
But I feel like it would have been said. It's not. I'm just hands down. So. They're not going to go with that. I'm not denying that would make a very interesting story element. They're not going to do that. And if I'm wrong, then cool, because that's a really cool story element. That would be really neat.
I think of good theories while we're doing this, but I never want to say them because it's not relevant. So I'm just going to do a bunch of like random videos and me ranting about it.
Okay. Only have a couple things left. So, do we
Can I interject real quick about my idea?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
What if it was like freaking Rey's like mother was evil and then Luke had to kill her?
Maybe. That'd be really interesting. Again, I don't think in terms of predictions that's going to be the case. I think that I love that. I think that these are cool story elements. I'm just saying that in terms of predictions, I don't see them going with that.
You're not getting any of my fan art revenue.
Do we predict there's going to be a time gap during the movie? Because we know that there isn't one at the very beginning. It picks up right where The Force Awakens ends to the second. So do we think that there's going to be a time gap during the movie? Just yay or nay?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm assuming that you're going to say it's like training, right?
Yes.
Okay. Same. Just putting that out there. I think there's going to be, whether or not it's stated it's a time skip, I think that we are going to find out at some point that, yeah, the training period for Kylo Ren and Rey, I think is going to be longer than we see on, I mean, obviously it'll be longer than we see on screen, but I think it's going to be actually a time gap, just like in The Empire Strikes Back, Luke's training was. But, Luke, what about you?
I think there's going to be a time skip, but it's not going to be like anywhere near as long as you would think or hope, like a couple weeks or something.
Okay. I mean, I don't think it'll be super long either, but I think it'll be at least several weeks. That's my guess. I don't think it'll be like a year or two. Like, I don't think it'll be that long. That'd be the longest time skip during a movie ever for Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Do we think that it's going to be better than The Force Awakens?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, same. I didn't think that would be really contested.
Yeah. Studying, yeah.
A lot of people are saying that a lot of people are starting to hate on The Force Awakens more than they were before, and like, I always had problems with it to begin with, but it's good. I like it. I'm gonna watch it again before I see Episode 8 tomorrow, but I like it. I think Episode 8 is going to be my favorite movie. So leading into that, let's give our movie rankings in terms of what they are now, but then also add in where you predict Last Jedi is going to be on your list. So I'm going to go from my least favorite up to my favorite. So I'm going to start with least favorite. Attack of the Clones is my least favorite. Then Phantom Menace. Which,
wait, what? Really?
I don't know. But I have Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, A New Hope, Rogue One, Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, and then I think Last Jedi is going to be my favorite.
I forget Rogue One exists, so that that lets you know how much I care about it.
I mean, I liked it a lot, but I don't think it's one of the best Star Wars movies by far. I don't like putting Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones that low, but
No. My problem with what you just said is putting Attack of the Clones below the Phantom Menace. Like the Phantom Menace really didn't add anything to the saga. It was just
Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Not.
Oh shit!
We don't see them ever in any other movie.
We see them a lot throughout Star Wars, though. I'm talking about in terms of what they mean to me, which does count like outside influence. How they influence other parts of Star Wars does matter to me, and so therefore Phantom Menace is probably. I don't know though. I might put Attack of the Clones. Those are pretty interchangeable.
Name one major plot point that follows over in other movies.
Darth
in the Phantom
Maul.
He wasn't in any other movie.
I'm saying in Qui-Gon Jinn, they also elaborate on that character a lot, especially with after his death in the Clone Wars. He's the one that teaches them and everything. Those characters matter.
In any other movie,
John, shut up. This is literally a list of personal opinion. Shut up. Just go.
Midichlorians.
Yes, midichlorians. No, but John, okay, what's your list from... You can go favorite to least favorite, but either way, the important thing is, where do you think Last Jedi is going to fit on it? I think Last Jedi is going to actually be my favorite, with Empire Strikes Back right after and Revenge of the Sith as my third favorite.
Hello?
What? Can you not hear me?
What?
I can hear you.
Why did you say hello?
Oh,
that wasn't me. That was Luke.
No,
that was me.
That was you. Shut up. Anyways, that was weird.
That was Luke.
I know.
Yeah,
I know it was Luke. Why did you say hello?
I was testing something.
Okay.
Hello?
John, how will you go next? So you can go favorite to least favorite or least favorite to favorite like I did.
I'll do least favorite to favorite because I'm a trendy person, I guess, which is not true, by the way. So least favorite to favorite: Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones. No, wait. Yeah. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Episode 3.
Why'd you just call those two by their
4.
names and then say? Why didn't you say Revenge of the Sith? That's just a little weird. Title, number.
Attack of the
trendy
wait.
kind of guy.
All right. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope.
Everything in order, pretty much.
No, A New Hope, Rogue One, The Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, including the new movie, would be my second favorite, I'm guessing, and then all-time favorite, Empire.
So our lists are almost the same, except I have Revenge of the Sith way higher.
And plus, you inaccurately
I'm
Phantom
not
Menace.
sure about Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. The more I think about it, like, because the implications that of the Phantom Menace introducing those characters means a lot to me. But in terms of the actual movie, so like if I disregard,
That's what I was trying to say.
No, but I'm saying that I was counting in feeling like the stuff that came from out of that movie. Which if I do count that in, I'd still probably say Phantom Menace. But if I'm going just by the movie, which is not what I was basing my list off of, yeah, I'd say Attack of the Clones is better. But I still have Revenge of the Sith way higher, but that's just because that movie means more to me personally than a lot of the others. But, yeah, and then I have Last Jedi above Empire Strikes Back. But we'll see about that. We have no idea as to that. Luke, what's your list?
I have Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith. I'm not really sure if I want to go Attack of the Clones or Rogue One next. I'll say Rogue One. I like Attack of the Clones. I don't know. I just do.
You like it better than Revenge of the Sith?
I'm
not judging you for it. I'm just. I think you're actually the first person I've ever heard say that, which is just interesting.
Well, okay. Here's my Episode 3. I only like the last half hour.
See, that's not the case with me. I like a lot of the rest of it.
Yeah, and then
But that's totally
for me. I like the first 15 minutes. I hate the next half hour, and then the last half of the movie I somewhat enjoy.
And then I got Force Awakens, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, and I think Last Jedi will be my favorite.
Neat. Your New Hope scores higher on your list than it does for me or John. That's interesting.
Well, I'm using the logic you had for Phantom Menace, hey, this introduces everything.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If you're gonna do with that, then yes, I would definitely have it higher too. But in terms of just the movie itself, A New Hope is actually not that high on my list.
They got blue milk.
We need to drink blue milk while we do something. Oh, the Christmas special. That's right. That episode. Well, all right.
No.
We got to do that next week.
But yeah, that's about it for this episode. So make sure you check us out on, whether you're watching us on YouTube right now, make sure you go check us out at iTunes, because we have an iTunes page now. If you're listening to us on iTunes, that's sweet.
We made it to the big time.
Yeah, make sure you listen to us on iTunes or YouTube, whichever you prefer, but subscribe to us on both, preferably.
99 cents.
If you're on YouTube, like, comment, all that.
$400 per episode.
We make no money off of this. Just putting that out there. They're joking around, but trust me, we make no money right now.
No, Eric, you're doing it wrong. You got to act like you're worth more, and people will start giving you more.
We'll see about that.
Or you got to act incredibly poor, and maybe people will feel sad and donate to you.
But you can find us on social media. You can find me at Aramis Prime on Instagram if that's your thing. I mainly post Transformers stuff there. And also on Twitter if you want to talk about Star Wars or anything. At Eric Crowbar. John, what's yours?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Darth_Forge.
And Luke.
I got Twitter. Barely use it because I don't really give a shit about other people. I got Darth_Sand66.
But he has checked it a few times recently, so
I do. I'm
So you
slowly
could
getting
try it.
integrated.
you just can say you could try it.
Maybe if you guys told me something relevant, I would care.
I stopped sending you stuff because whenever I did send you relevant stuff, that was the point where you were never on Twitter. So I just
Well,
stopped.
now we're good. Now we're good.
Okay. I will start sending you relevant stuff on Twitter again.
I'll send you
Um,
pictures of a cat or something.
Also, make sure to check out our other podcasts. Right now, the only regular one we have is Steel City Bots. That is our most popular. That's our Transformers podcast. I'm on that along with several other hosts, but I'm the only one on this show that's on that. And again, that is on iTunes with all of our stuff. But we should be starting up other podcasts again with the new year. Hopefully Awesome Asylum and Movie Mania, but we'll see about that. But definitely keep checking back for more. And as long as you're subscribed on iTunes, you'll see everything. So, yeah, thanks
And
for listening.
because I really want revenue, I'm gonna start doing informational shit.
Yes,
That's how I explain it too.
he'll do more. He'll do more stuff because he wants money, even though it's probably not going to get us money. But we could try.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's why you're not getting any. Me and John. We'll just
Okay,
have it.
do you realize if it's on the channel that the money goes through me? Actually, the money goes through our editor first, so you know.
Oh no, screw. What has he ever done for us?
Shay does way more than any of us do.
Ah,
By far.
I don't know
well, he
about
gets to
that.
listen for free, so.
Everyone
Yeah.
does.
That's
No.
debatable.
But I mean, if you wanna make some Star Wars theory videos, those are pretty popular, crazy on YouTube. So we'll see.
Yeah, revenue. Yay.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening. Bye.